Well, sometimes I want to wrap Malayalam cinema in a big warm beer hug and plant affectionate grateful kisses on its cheeks. This is what my feelings were when I happened to see Fahadh Faasil starrer Njan Prakashan directed by Sathyan Anthikad. So today, let's analyze the 2018 released Malayalam movie Njan Prakashan, which is streaming on Disney Hotstar. The plot. Hold a mirror up to any average Malayali and you will see Prakashan, aka PR Akash, who is cynical, jealous, skeptical, and at times innocent. Prakashan is a typical Malayali man who aspires to lead a luxurious life without too much effort. As he tries to achieve his aim, a few insignificant figures walks into his life. How every individual who enters his life changes the way Prakashan looks at life is the crux of the story. Now let's talk about the performances. Fahad once again hits the purple patch. He lives his character and also makes the rest of us believe that he is that guy next door whom we love to hate. Fahad manages to make Prakashan convincing through his versatility. It also has traits of his previous Fahad movie Oru Indian Pranayagada. There is a whiff of Mahesh from Mahesh and Prathigaram and Sibi Sebastian from Carbon in Fahad's PR Akash. Such is the power of Fahad's performance that he makes us climb the coconut tree with him, run and jump walls with him, cry and laugh as he does so. He conquers our hearts effortlessly and we unknowingly fall for him and become empathetic to the crook and fraudulent Akash. The supporting cast of Sreenivasan, Anju Kurian, Nikhila Vimal and KPSC Lalitha have portrayed their characters beautifully. Now, let's analyze how the characters are sketched in Njan Prakashan. Talking about Prakashan's character, it has been sketched so well in detail. He is untruthful and untrustworthy, and it is clear early on. But the way he treats his ex-girlfriend Salome, played by Nikhila Vimal, proves that he is callous and calculating too. Prakashan is a laggard who changes his name on a whim to PR Akash to be his idea of cool. A qualified nurse who refuses to practice his profession under various pretexts. A fellow with his head in the clouds who reflexively stretches his arm around his head to reach for his nose instead of simply lifting his hand to his face. At some point in his interactions with Salome, it becomes evident that this frustrating man is so used to his twisted, oversmart thinking that he does not take the straight path, not only because he doesn't want to, but because he genuinely no longer sees it. What a wonderful performance. The other striking aspect of Njan Prakashan is the manner in which it looks at its communities. The fervent Christian family, for instance, is amusing but not caricatured. And the Bengali migrant laborers whom Prakashan's mentor Gopalji coordinates through, though not fleshed out as defiable characters in the storyline, they are not made fun of either. Instead, they are treated with affection and respect. A mark of which is the fact that Sathyan Anthikad, the director, goes so far as to include an entire Bengali song in the soundtrack, with Faasil visible among these downtrodden, hardworking men. The writing of the women characters is even more interesting. The conceptualization of Salome, in particular, is outstanding. Was she reduced to tears of joy on discovering that her feelings were reciprocated by a man she loved, or was she shocked at the extent Prakashan's opportunism and his apparent conviction that she would not detect it? Was she really unable to understand his overtures and jokes, or was the joke on him? Was she mocking him or genuinely serious? Had he really managed to double-cross her, or had she seen through him and allowed herself to be taken for a ride? Come back and listen to these questions after watching Njan Prakashan and you might see that the screenplay leaves Salome completely and entirely open to viewers' interpretation. Nikhila Vimal is excellent in capturing the intentional ambiguity of the writing. The writer-director duo. Njan Prakashan reunites the legendary hit combination of Anthikad and actor-writer Sreenivasan after a gap of 16 years after Yatrukkarude Saddhike. Sreenivasan proves again and again that his genius has not faded a bit and he brings freshness through witty deadpan humor. His observations and sarcasm is converted both explicitly and subtly. If we observe and listen closely, there are hints hidden in dialogues that gives us puns, sarcasm, and slapstick comedy. Sathyan Anthikad has been successful in visualizing the story written by Sreenivasan and bringing it on screen beautifully. Sathyan Anthikad is always the winner when it comes to presenting the movie with heart and knows how to connect with the viewers and make them empathize with characters on screen. He really knows how to make a movie simple and entertaining without taking the realistic approach away. And this is what both of them have done to Njan Prakashan. Well, this movie is definitely a feather in the duo's cap. The music and cinematography. Shan Rahman's music gives a good feel to the overall mood. Omal Tamara and Atmavin Agashatil are the two songs, along with the Bengali song, and both are so soothing to the ears. S. Kumar, the senior cinematographer, has done a great job by creating a wonderful backdrop of the movie, especially the visualization of the song sequences. Apart from this, certain camera shots are such taken to make the viewer believe that he is a part of the frame and not a mere spectator. His efforts to capture the beauty of God's own country, Kerala, is praiseworthy. My view: if you want to forget every trouble and laugh your heart out for the next 2 hours, then do go on to the Hotstar and watch Njan Prakashan. No Fahadh Faasil fan should give this movie a miss. More than anything, the best takeaway is the moral lesson this movie gives us. At the end of the movie, we as viewers would definitely ask ourselves a question that how often do we take time to appreciate what we are blessed with? And this question remains with us for a long time. So go for it guys as soon as possible, and after watching the movie do come back and give your opinion about the analysis. Thank you.